is free and it done grew a lot. I just wanted to come by real quick to let certain folks know. When I talk to my audience about y'all and y'all children, my audience is not toxic. There's nobody in my audience of any platform where I am at that has people from the dark web, people that frequent the dark web, people that roast children, people that just are bad people in general. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I understand that um, anybody can watch any of my channels for any reason that they want. But all in all, being that I have a tarot channel, my TikTok channel is about tarot, my Instagram is about tarot and witchcraft and healing. Y'all channel is about roasting and stalking people and making child porn, right? So you can't make the same claims that I can make. Now, I screenshotted the monkey cretin. I screenshotted your wall as evidence against you. Your audience does not watch me. They don't want to watch me. My energy is disturbing to them because they are sick enough to be following you, right? So your audience don't watch me. And this is the one thing I've been telling y'all for years. And this is one of the things that I will be able to utilize to get Bum Dot and the monkey convicted of their crimes. Now, monkey, earlier today, you heard me tell my audience who was watching me. Okay, I know that you and Tina come over here because y'all are sick and sad. You heard me tell my audience I'll be back because I need to get my grandbaby. That didn't mean go to your fucking audience and make up some retarded joke. Only you, only your broke, struggling ass would charge your kids to babysit your grandbabies. That's your mentality. But you decided to make a joke based upon what you know in your fucking mental. I know that when I had my babies, my mother never charged me to watch my children, and I don't charge my babies to watch their children. Okay? Unless it was some kind of regular thing where, I was getting paid real money. Otherwise I don't get paid for babysitting my children. But you did it because you thought you was, again, changing the game and making somebody look bad based upon your fucking mentality. That's not the point. The point is that why are you on your wall talking about my grandchildren to a bunch of pedophiles? Your audience is clearly into pedophilia. They clearly have gay pedophilia fantasies about girls and people in their family. Clearly they do. And you know that they do. This is the reason why I told the bum quit talking about me to his fucked up audience. They're sick. You decided to go and talk about my grandchildren to your fucking audience. I'm warning you now. That is one of the things that you're going to go to prison for and hell. You sick, disgusting, diaper eating pedophile. Stop, Mike. You are a pedophile officially to me. This is literally what you've been trying to cover up for years. You threaten to piss in a little girl's mouth. Sorry if you're sensitive to this kind of subject. You threatened to pee in Monty Woodgrain's daughter's mouth, claiming that she was 18. Bullshit. Bullshit. That wasn't even a good excuse. I'm not going to come out here and say something pedophilic to somebody just because somebody said something crazy to my child. What the fuck? Anyway. And then also, you Photoshop porn And that's all that you speak about. Then you were talking to Talia from the time she was a young girl, which is why you were trying to cover it up and deflect from it by trying to distract people by talking about me and Tiffany, which never happened. That never fucking happened. You're going to get fucked up for talking about my grandbabies to your fucking audience. Don't do it anymore. I don't post my grandchildren. You've been the one posting my children to your sick ass audience, stealing photos from their Facebook, forcing them to be on display for your fucked up audience. Now you're over there talking about my grandchildren. I want your fucking head on a goddamn stick. I am tired of it. I am fucking officially fucking tired. You have no reason to be posting about my children or grandchildren to your sick ass fucking audience. That was screenshotted. That will be used against you in a court of law. That's a fact. This is how a rational judge and jury would look at it. It's a group with cult-like energy, cult-like activity, definitely, just by observation, that speaks about things that most people are going to be like, where's a good movie for me to watch that's not juicy entertainment to me? I'm not the, and it would, even if you were not talking about me and you were talking about someone else, I personally would not listen. Especially to you, Mike. The Bomb doesn't really talk like that. Like, that's exclusively been your content. You're all about pedophilia, talking about pissing in children's mouths. And by the way, if Rio watches this, there is a link to that video. I'm not sure because Mike was flagging it profusely. But I do know that it was one that Jackie put up where Mike's tooth flew out of his mouth. So that I do have the link to that video. Unfortunately, when I go into my playlist, I did save it. I have to look at that fucking shit, but I do have it. And I believe in that particular audio, I'll check it again. But I do believe that you can hear him saying it. And then I'll also check my what is it called? Motion something. Daily Motion. I believe I have it uploaded to my Daily Motion account. So I'll send you out the link so you'll have that. In a court of law, the way I am going to have my attorney explain it to the judge is that these guys are directly connected to the dark web, which it's a lot of pedophilia and child porn on the dark web. Their audience is clearly into sexual situations with children, because why would you be making it up and talking about it? This guy was talking to a young girl named Talia Lennon from the time she was under the age of 16. We're not sure exactly what age Talia was. And he keeps talking about my children in a sexual manner while speaking specifically and constantly thinking about sex, family sex to his audience. That's how it's going to be explained. So that's evidence against you. I screenshotted it already. But I'm telling you right now that this needs to be your last post. I don't want your weird child predator, even if it's not sexual. You hang with people that like to verbally abuse children on the internet. This is your last time. Make this your last post because fuck a court of law. We gonna get some goddamn spiritual street justice. My spirits are warning you that they will. Mike, I swear to God, it's gonna be some random shit happen to you. That's all I fucking know. And you know what? It opened my eyes in, like, my eyes became fucking wide open the past 2 years, especially to the type of fucking person you were. Especially when you rolled up on Tyrese on the day of that eviction and recorded him laughing at him, making fun of him. You are an evil, cruel son of a bitch. You are evil. And you are not right in the fucking head. That's when I realized what type of fucked up individual you are. So you know what? Everything that you have done, you even uploaded evidence against yourself where you knew me and my sons were staying here. You have a particular vendetta against Jacob. You called his great uncle so that you can get him thrown out. Yes, please. Thank you, Warwick Davis. Please help me with this because honestly, I am very busy and I'm building a case against him. It's already built. The case is already built, but he's adding to it every single day. So I would appreciate as much help as I can get with this. Okay. I'm going to be honest with you guys. We're working on moving into something decent that is like affordable housing that will be something clean and nice and well put together for me and my family. And I don't ask for donations. I don't, you know what I mean? I want to do all of that stuff after we move. And my uncle is not going to say it, but my uncle actually fears for his safety too, which is the main reason why my uncle is selling the house. He doesn't want to be bothered with that because of Mike. My uncle is selling our beloved grandmother's house because of Mike in that sector. Now, I assured my uncle that they were not going to do anything, but he's like, you don't know what they do. Because he was thinking about renting this house to me. That's not going to happen. He's like, no, you just move. I got you. Thank you. Also, from experience with flagging him down for years, the best way is write a detailed review of how he's causing harm, bullying, harassment, the kinds of words he's using, swearing. Yeah, I appreciate that a lot. I do. Because honestly, we're ready to just move on. And he's a child predator. I'm telling you, it may not be exclusively sexual, but he does believe in cruelty to children as well. So, and I was gonna actually come on here, but I'll talk about it now. Um, I'm scared to death to put Jacob in school, which is why he enjoys being homeschooled. And he's been focusing on his studies. He writes very good. Jacob is definitely at his grade level with school. He writes in cursive. He reads really good. He's a very intelligent kid. But I do want him to have the high school experience. I'm scared to death to put my kid in school because of them. That's a fact. Because of Mike and a lot of Mike and Talia's deep obsession with Jacob. And for me personally, as a mother, I'm not the type of mother that's going to say, well, I'll just give you to somebody else. Like, because I think that that's where they were working on. oh, well, she shouldn't have the child because we're stalking her. Literally, the same people that were stalking me was calling CPS saying that because we're stalking her, she shouldn't have her kid. So definitely, Jacob is gonna stay and remain with me until he moves out. But it does have to be a fucking end game because and the end game ultimately, I'm gonna tell you, because there's a lot of people that when it comes to gang stalkers, they don't have much hope for people that are being gang stalked. I'm totally different. So y'all already know the deal with me. But I would like for him to go to school, but I believe that he's gonna remain homeschooled because of the obsession with him. It's sad. I have thought about getting Jacob's name changed as well as Tyrese because for some reason the monkey has an obsession. I think that that's fucked up though. Like literally, people like them. I feel like when if the government observes it, it's been 13 years, y'all. If you ask him about it, he's gonna lie. He's gonna claim something else. They are sick. I feel like if you stalk somebody for 13 years, you should go to prison for the rest of your life because you're no good. Malignant stalking, threatening stalking. That's a fact. That is literally a fucking fact. I don't care about what he's doing with other people. Again, I feel like everything else that he does within that sector is just a deflection. So a lot of them, Talia should be in prison the rest of her life. Mike should be in prison. Tina should be in prison for the rest of her life. Anybody that has an obsession that has been doing this consistently for 13 years should be in prison for the rest of their life. Mike is 50. If he goes to prison for 20 years, more than likely he's going to die in prison. If that does not happen, which for me, that would be justice. For the stalking alone, a judge should give them 20 years. Bum dot two. I feel like Amanda should do some time in prison because she actually rolled up and pulled up on us, and Cat Smith. Let's not forget about her. Some of the main people involved. Then they should add years on top of it for the revenge porn and for the doxing. Again, because of Mike, that entire sector of child and female predators knows exactly where we live because of Mike. Again. So this is not a joke for me. Like the reason why I do sometimes try to give us some comedy relief, but please believe this is something that I take very seriously. And let's just say that I know that a lot of people, there are some people that don't even believe in God. Do I believe that Mike believes in God? No, I don't believe he actually believes in God. I believe in God. I believe in spirits. I believe in the ancestors. I believe in angels and demons. I believe in the fallen angels. I do. I believe in all of that stuff. All of that stuff is real for me. It's very real. Okay. So I know for a fact that my spirits are warning him. Like you need to stop posting about my children and my grandchildren to your audience. My audience is not dangerous. The people that follow me are not dangerous. Yeah, you're right. Talia's Jagged Teeth said he's just mad because he looks the way he looks. You know what? He hasn't like been my cup of tea as far as the looks are concerned for years, but at least back in the day he looked human. He don't even look human anymore to me. He don't even act like but that is because of course somebody like him is going to degenerate. He's a degenerate. And he's proven that he doesn't deserve anything but prison. That's a fact. So I wanted to point that out as well. In the meantime, I cannot stress enough to people that are very sensitive. Now that I've gotten away from him for good, because a lot of people, I understand your concern. because I got involved with him. Like a lot of people was like, up, no. Even though my clients have not been harmed by him at all. The only way that any of my clients would fall under any kind of harm is if I were distracted from client work, which I've never been. The past few years, I have not been distracted. I've always stayed on the job. But I want y'all to know that there will never be any reunion between me and Michael Moore, ever. Right? This is something that I've not only promised to my children and grandchildren, because it's not a person that I ever would have gotten involved with previously. And I know that it created a lot of trust issues with people. But, really, to be honest with you, unless you are super duper sensitive or something, or you're letting it distract you or whatever, don't let it distract you. Like, he's been used. Keep in mind that a lot of what he's doing is a setup. A lot of what he's doing is to fool and trick people into believing that, I got all this craziness going on. That's why they were pissed off when I left Georgia, because it's a lot of people like, y'all know who, that feels as though they can take from me using him, making it look like I have an involvement with him, or like he's going to be able to be in somebody's energy. Well, you know what? I feel like a lot of people do need to be informed. I feel like we need to talk about it. I feel like people need to be clear on what my intention is. That is not my man. He is not an attachment. There is no soul tie with him, because Talia tried to lie about that shit too. There's no soul tie with him whatsoever. Nothing. Okay? So I feel like when he goes to prison, he's going to already be done doing it. I feel like that's when a lot of them are going to go to jail, because they'll be forced to leave YouTube with this bull crap. But they are being used. It's a setup to make me look bad, to make it look like I've got all this chaos, as well as to make it look like I can't control a man. Well, I have healing abilities and I can definitely do exorcisms on people, but I don't do work on Mike. And I'm not going to do work on Mike just to stop him from doing what he's doing. We refuse to do that. Then another thing, I do feel like it's a messed up way of getting free work. And I'm not going to do healing work on them just to stop them from stalking me. Why can't they go somewhere else? Probably because they can't afford it. Well, why can't they just ask Jesus? Why can't they just go to church? Because remember the other night when they came in and said, oh, I thought you was a spiritual healer. Because they want to, like, I've been feeling like they've been trying to get free work for the longest. I can't do that. Then also another thing, it's a lot of other stuff that is involved. As far as them being psychic vampires, that's been shut down. There is no psychic vampirism going on over there, even if they tried, because they were trying that. My clients have been coming back in, older clients and new clients have been coming in. They feel comfortable now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have been okay. Like, literally, I've been having clients. I've been dealing with client work for the longest. He doesn't affect that. He would love to be involved with my business. He's not. And it's just so weird. So I want to let you guys know that. Now, I do understand the concern about groups, because some of them have tried to infiltrate my groups. People like Amanda. If y'all notice what she did, it's totally ridiculous. And I feel like it's because of my knowledge and it's because of my healing energy. Because I just, especially if I ever get like a little sick or under the weather, like I just exude healing energy. Like it just bounces on me energetically. But I feel like they want to feed. You know what I'm saying? They've been convincing themselves, because that psychic vampirism shit is bullshit. They've been convincing themselves that they've been feeding off of people, and it's clearly they have not. It's not real. That's what's not real. Okay. Now, as far as wasting people's time, stressing people out sometimes, yeah. But as far as them being able to just pull somebody's energy, not over here. Mm-mm. It's been proven that psychic vampires can do that, but not with me around. Okay. Would I ever work with and collaborate with Alexis? No. No. Even if she proved to me that she had no connection with them, no. There's no need. First of all, me and her have different sets of beliefs. We don't believe in the same thing. Like, we don't think the same. We don't work the same. So, and then also another thing, I suspect that she is still behind a lot of the stalking and harassment. I believe that. So, no, the answer is no. I don't want anything to do with her. I don't want anything to do with her. I don't want anything to do with Spirit Tree. I don't want anything to do with Tina. Why can't they just accept that? I have no idea. There's no need for that. There's no need for me to be associated with them at all. And I'm not going to do it. And so I hope that you guys understand that. Are you a fan of her? Thank you. Well, you know what I'm saying? It's like, no, she tried to link up with me when I was still in Georgia. No, I don't like, no. Because number one, I feel like Alexis kind of wanted me to be like her assistant. I'm not a fucking assistant. I'm not. Lady, I am a high priestess. I'm a queen. I'm like, I'm not trying to take away from her, but I'm not sorry to say this, but I just got to be honest about the shit that she did and was involved with. To be perfectly honest with you, I didn't start dealing with shit like this until I ran into her. That's when all this negativity started. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she tried to link up with me through her son. She tried to have him contact me. And, he was like, telling me that it wasn't them that was attacking me. It was that Willa person or whatever. And then, like, a week later, he was like, my mama here, she want to talk to you. And I made up an excuse as to, I was like, I'm busy. I'm, in the middle of something. But I honestly want, and there's no need. Why? Okay, ask yourself this question. Why would there be a need for that? She's basically snaked me 2 or 3 times. It was like all of a sudden in 2018, it was shortly after I had gotten my dog, Zelda. All of a sudden, De Niro just turned on me, just flipped all of a goddamn sudden, and went on Mike Mills's show and told people that I offered him my daughter, which is definitely a fucking lie. So I don't fuck with him either. I swear on my fucking life, I've never talked to De Niro about any of my children. And that really pissed me off because during that time, I was donating to both of them. That was really fucked up. That never happened. So that was when I finally called down to the jail and I said, because that would have been illegal. Both of my daughters at the time were very underage. I said, I said, one of your inmates made up a lie about me. Check your records, because every phone conversation, I never spoke to him on a illegal cell phone. Never, not once, ever, ever. The only way I spoke to him was when he made collect calls to me, which was just a few months I spoke with him in 2018. Never once was there any conversation like that. I would never have no kind of, And then also a few years ago in 2023, during a time where I was already struggling, Alexis began to drop revenge porn on me. She did it through her Instagram. She did some kind of shit. I don't trust her and I don't deal with her. I don't like, nah. So yeah, she did some foul shit. So no, I just want to move on with my life. I can't even see any reason why she would want anything to do with me. Unless she feels like all that prosperity and abundance was coming from me. Of course it was. That's what I do. I'm very good at the work that I do. That's what I do. So, mm-mm. As far as I'm concerned, she's an adversary, and I can't even stand to watch her either. I don't deal with Alexis at all. And I feel like I shouldn't even know she exists anymore. Like, literally, like, the inconvenience and the fucking stalking that she caused to me, like, hell to the gnaw. You know what I mean? So, and I can't stand her because if it wasn't for Alexis, I wouldn't be dealing with Tina. Ew. And all that, no. So, I just don't want anything to do with it. And she will leave me the fuck alone. She will. That shit is so sick. It must be an Alexis supporter in here because somebody took away their thumbs up. I just so happen to be looking at the looked up. Hey, I'm not sorry for that. What's the problem? Why do I need to be involved with her? Me and her have no connection. What would there, I don't have to talk about her. I don't have to speak about her. Somebody asked me about her and I just told the truth. There doesn't need to be a connection between me and those people at all. And she can't hold me up and continue to do this. So, you know, no, I'm not a fan of her. I just know she's really ill and coughing and hiding her face. I didn't even know that. I didn't know that she was really ill. I don't even check up on her like that. All I know is that my priorities are my children, and I just know that I raise my kids in peace, harmony. Okay. Like I said, I was sitting there breastfeeding a toddler one night, looked on the internet, looked on YouTube, and it was Alexis claiming that I was stalking her son, which was totally untrue. Hadn't even talked to the boy, hadn't even spoken. Well, I'm like, well, I ain't even talked to him. What the hell? And I had a very peaceful life before I ever spoke to her. Like if I could go back and change it, I just wouldn't have never spoke to her. Like a lot of you guys, I just, she made me laugh or whatever. But like, as far as like getting to know her personally, she has this thing to where all of a sudden she just starts accusing you of attacking her. Like she does that to almost everybody. And literally, I had never attacked her. Like, for example, right? Like if I'm cool with somebody, right, and I start feeling like something going on, I'm gonna talk to him about it. Cause you never know. You gotta talk about things like that. You don't just go and start doing so. I kind of feel like she does it on purpose. At any moment, if you feel attacked, it could be some kind of spirit or something. It could be anything. I know that I personally was never attacking her, and I tried to be good with her in 2018. I tried to, you know what I'm saying? But nah, she did too much. And it's like, well, just move on. We don't have to kill each other. What are you doing? It ain't no blood in, blood out situation of where like we gotta talk. And then she roasted Jacob. She roasted my son, was saying that he can't talk. And then I could see them trying to throw spell work at my son's head and shit. Man, I don't deal with people that's like that. I don't deal with people that be roasting kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? I protect children. I don't do stuff like that. And I really want my life back. And it don't have nothing to do with witchcraft. A lot of people will say, well, it's that witchcraft. No, it's not. It's a person. It's a person. It's people on the internet. That has nothing to do with witchcraft. Those people could have walked away at any moment. What's the deal? What's really good with that? Because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When I lived over on Charter Way, I think I was paying. That was when I had my housing voucher, and I should have kept that damn housing voucher. But you know what? The journey is the journey. I probably ain't even gonna need to qualify for it in the next few months. You know what I'm saying? But when I was living in that house, my rent payment went from like 250 was my portion to like 350 to 500 because my income increased. But they were still paying a cut of that. So it was really good. You know what I'm saying? It was really peaceful. Witchcraft does not just bring in all of that. Now, I will tell you that if you're running a witchy business, there are certain things that I now know that I did not know back then that you need to do. Now, as far as like cleansing, house protection, house cleaning, and things like that, but there is certain things that you have to do when you're dealing with your clients' adversaries, right? Like it's certain things that you better put into place, certain things that you want to do yearly at certain times of the year. See what I'm saying? Those are things that I was going to learn anyway. Now, where the problem stepped in was when I was making all that money, moved into that house in Cumberland. My rent went from 1175 to 1350. They raised it up to like 1500. And I'm dealing with the monkey. I'm dealing with being stalked. I'm dealing with a goddamn raccoon up in the damn attic that all kind of shit wrong with that house and stuff. So, but other than that, my craft and my healing is very peaceful. Now, there was a short period from I want to say 2020 to 2022. And that was when I started working with Lilith because I felt like for some reason it was heavy energy harvesting that was going on. I think everybody was dealing with that universally. You know what I'm saying? But that was something that we aced that. We dealt with that, but then it does keep it keeps progressing. And I feel comfortable with what I've done to know what to do about that to protect your energy. In fact, it's a few more things that I'm going to do. But I think mainly when it comes to energy harvesting, I do believe in parasitic entities and spirits, right? But I think that the main thing that y'all want to look out for would be people projecting their negative energy and their sins and the things that they feel guilty for to you. I think that's the main thing with like destiny swapping. That's just like, for example, I'm gonna use Tina as an example. I ain't never in my goddamn life ever sold my body. I would never do some shit like that. Like, I've always been a homebody. So when I say that, they like, well, we gonna make you homeless, then we want you to be a slut, a prostitute. My spirits will, I swear to fucking God, my ancestors that's a part of my tribe will fucking destroy them. Straight up and down. Don't even play with my yo-yo like that. Cause no. All of a sudden, Tina's out in social media trying to make it look like I'm a prostitute and literally kept calling me a prostitute. And it's like, but no, I'm not. Like, what the hell? And at the time I was celibate. So during the time that I was celibate, Bum Dot was watching me and he tried to make me feel bad for being celibate. Them some sick people, y'all. They are. So, me and Alexis, we can settle our differences, we can settle our beef. But as far as me being involved with her, no. Because I still feel like me and her are slinging shit back and forth to each other, which is stupid. I do know how to end something. Like, this is it. This is it. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to tell y'all something right now. In 2023, a couple of months after I did this spirit powder, because I kept dreaming about her. She kept appearances in my fucking dreams. Tasha K showed up in my dreams too. And during that time, I wasn't even really dreaming that much. So Alexis has shown up, just popped up in my dream 3 times, which they do use dream magic. I'm not accusing her of that. But she popped up in my dream, and I'm like, what the fuck? So each time I woke up and I did something to banish her, I felt like she kept trying to get in my energy somehow. So what I did was some banishing spirit powder to get her out. Lo and behold, a month or two later, she's doing a smear campaign. I hadn't said nothing to her publicly. That's how I be like, y'all, this shit be real. She must have picked up on it and immediately came out in social media dropping photographs that Mike had provided her. And I feel like the way, because there is no connection, I'm telling you, the cord cuttings have been real, right? And I can do a cord cutting to somebody even if I see them on a regular basis. I can still make it to where you can't form no cord to do shit to me. So I don't know what they thinking, but I think that the way that they stay kind of, they keep that energy up is through Mike and him speaking to other people and putting whatever they want into the people's consciousness. So it's not my consciousness at all. And then I pick up on y'all and I can pick up on exactly what people be thinking. Y'all be thinking, I want to go to Jamila so bad, like, oh my God, like I know that you know what I'm saying, she do some good work, but I just can't have Mike in my energy. I don't want that in my energy. I already know, and I respect that. Like, you need to follow your intuition, but I also do want to reassure people that that is not the case, okay? And I think that that's what they want you to believe, and I think that they're upset because people won't go to them because people have observed them for years. And I'm like, well, you doing it right out in the open in front of people. Yeah. Yeah, I loathe them too. I do because like it 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 was supposed to be traumatizing to me, to us, but I didn't let it. I didn't let it be traumatizing. Okay, I refuse to let it be traumatizing and I'm just not going to even go there. Straight up and down. Like, no. Not gonna go there, but I feel like once, because there is a couple of other things that I'm gonna do. Spirit knows when it's the best time. You know what I'm saying? Like, your ancestors are gonna talk to my ancestors, and then that's, you know what I'm saying. So we cool. You know what I'm saying. We not struggling. You know what I'm saying. We not starving. You know what I'm saying. But like, for example, like I told y'all, I got thousands of dollars worth of stones up there. Literally, I got a whole damn apothecary of stones up there, like crystals and stuff, authentic, that I got from my supplier. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's investment. That's an investment. That's a very valuable investment. And you got to be careful working with them crystals too. Though you do have to be careful because I think that like I can foresee people trying to replicate my crystal clusters or stone mounds. Sometimes I call them totem poles or whatever. I can see people trying to replicate that. Just don't try to use it against me or you know what I'm saying, or try to use it for egregious purposes. I'm gonna say something. I personally think that the reason why Alexis is struggling from health problems is because if y'all notice, like everybody usually burns sage in their house to clean out their house. When Alexis saw me burning things outside, that was when she started doing it. And a lot of people noticed it. And I was like, yeah. But I think that she tried to use it to throw negative energy at me. And I'm like, well, why do you just keep dredging up this negativity? Why do you keep doing that? That's a very ancient Native American practice that she must have some kind of understanding of it. But I personally do not believe that. I don't see Native American when I look at her or her son. I'm sorry. I don't see Native American. I see Haitian. Like I feel like Alexis is Haitian. Even though like if you look at her face, she looks Haitian to me. Okay? She does. Whatever, it doesn't matter. The point is that it's just crazy. And then when we got evicted out of that house, Alexis came on here talking about that's justice. I'm like, and she was definitely talking about me. I'm like, how the fuck is that justice? What the fuck did I do to you? I ain't did shit to you but walked away from you. What the fuck are you talking about? Justice. So it's justice for a slumlord to not fix his house, but not only with the house that I was living in, but how that particular landlord was buying up properties in different states, in particular in the South, lowering people's property values, destroying neighborhoods because they were not fixing things. Like you could go and look at how is that justice? Like that was just how that landlord is. Like there's like, and see, I just don't operate that way. I build, I don't tear down. I create, I'm not destructible. I'm not destructive. I said destructible. Well, I feel like I'm indestructible too, but I build, I create. I don't like what did she think that she was like throwing shit at me and made that happen? No, she did not. And so I don't like how she eavesdrops into people's journey. Like, to be honest with you, from the time I moved down to Georgia, my mama was trying to get me the fuck up out of there. She didn't want me there. And my mama was right. It wasn't that my mother was trying to sabotage me. My mother could see shit ahead of time that I could not see. And I bet you my mother could see that landlord. And my mother has a thing about landlords. Now, y'all notice that my mother wrote a couple of books about vampires. So, and I talked about that. That's water under the bridge or whatever, you know what I'm saying, with that landlord, because, that is another thing that people do need to look out for is a landlord. Like, you really need to be careful with choosing your landlord. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she does look like she's Haitian. So, you know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. And I still believe firmly that she is behind the scenes putting the battery up their backs so that I can have all this drama going on in social media and she can be over there doing her readings, which is unfair because I should be able to do my readings. She should be able to do hers and we just coexist. I also believe that she was behind flagging my channel, getting my channel blacklisted, which was a mistake. She shouldn't have done that. She should not have done that. That was not her place to do that. Okay, so it doesn't make any sense. I mean, honestly, that's kind of ridiculous because when you look at a healer or a spiritual worker, you know, how would she, I guess she was trying to steal from me or steal my clients, steal my money. How would you know what the fuck to do with for my clients? How would you know what my clients need? You're not me. So to me, that's a mistake. I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, she does look like she's Haitian, and if that's her mother in that video that she made, her mother definitely looks Haitian. So, anywho, yeah, and to just think that because of somebody wanting to be Miss It in social media, you're gonna turn the lives of innocent children upside down for that. Like y'all know how I am. I'm not trying to brag or nothing, but you know what I'm saying. And I think somehow I don't know who they know that's a part of the dark web or whatever, but I think that they fucked up all of my social media somehow. And I think that she's catching karma because of that. I think that's why she's been sick and shit lately. That's what I personally think. Why would you attack somebody's children? Like, my kids didn't deserve that. They didn't. All I know though is that whatever it is that they bring, I'm ready for it. But y'all all know that, like, on some real shit, Alexis is pissed off a lot of people. And I think that she tries to push that on to me. And it's like, no. No. And she don't give a damn. Like, if I would have died, or if Mike would have killed me or something, or killed me and my son, she wouldn't have gave a fuck. She'd have been on here saying, yeah, bitch, that's why you dead. And that's fucked up. But see, I'm a woman. I'm a leader. I'm a mother. I'm a warrior. I'ma always protect my babies. Ain't nothing gonna happen to nobody that I love. And they damn sure ain't fucking with my fucking man. Like, they really honestly thought that they could fucking do that shit. Like, they have tried to attack my significant other and they don't even know him. And they've tried to get rid of him. It's like, he ain't going nowhere, trust me. But they're delusional about the shit because of what they were able to do with Mike. But Mike ain't no real man of mine. Mike ain't no real man that's supposed to be in my damn life. That's just like Frankie. Frankie was in love with me till the day he passed on. They wouldn't have never been able to do nothing to get rid of that nigga. You can't get rid of a normal, real man in my life. Are you fucking stupid? She was injecting some sort of substance into her skin, trying to sell it to people, but someone had said they were going to report her to the FDA. Ain't that crazy? Yep. Yep. Hey, I saw that. Now, and that's like, honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all something. In this spiritual war thing that I be going through and shit, it's sometimes when I don't be looking my fucking best. I don't be looking my fucking best, but if I feel like, so, like, we do real work, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck are you, we don't nobody got to inject shit in their skin. Like, if it's really that bad, if it's really that bad, bro, we just gonna go take a bath. Like, we're gonna put some herb in there. We're gonna do a mixture, a recipe, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna, yeah, no, we're not gonna be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can glow my skin up just by taking a bath. Hell, I really, to be honest with you, shit, you get some of that sulfur soap and shit. So I don't know what that injection stuff was, and that was weird. Whatever's going on with her, I don't have nothing to do with it. But what I do know is that we got the right to protect ourselves. I mean, come the fuck on. Like, it is what it is. Whatever the reason was that I was led to her and she did all that crazy shit, whatever the reason was, I know that it wasn't meant for her to destroy us and destroy our lives. And then also, I believe that she was one of the brains behind that Tiffany lie too. Because if y'all, I don't know if y'all were around, but back in the day, and I think that Cat Smith probably still does talk to her. Maybe she was talking to Cat and Tiffany. So, that, and y'all all see how fucking crazy Cat is. You know what I'm saying? And she might be doing some glamour work for them too. And that harms the public. That's public harm. Because why do people accept them? She probably done put the, that's weird. That's like possession. That's weird. Isn't it? And people watching, unsuspecting, they don't know. Like, and what is this? This is some unnecessary shit right here. This is unnecessary. You know, just There's some unnecessary drama that don't make no sense. So she want to make it look like I'm just, oh, I just got all this drama and chaos around me, messing with my family, messing with my uncle. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just makes me stronger and more wiser, straight up and down. You know what I'm saying? Hey, okay, guys, I gotta go. Yeah, but I just don't think it's right to just be trying to alter people's lives. I gotta go get my glasses real quick. I don't think it's right to just be trying to alter and turn people's lives upside down. You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy. But y'all, I will tell y'all this, and they can't stop it. They can't stop it. I will be at a lake relaxing and chilling, and that's the way it's gonna be, and they can't stop it. And definitely this dusty ass, dumbass homelessness shit. My spirits be like, oh, they must want a house fire. People don't like when I talk like that, but hey, it's too corrupt. It's some corrupt ass shit, bro. All right, guys, I will talk to you guys later, okay? See y'all at another time. Okay, guys, bye.